Pantomime Blog 4. Question 1. Briefly say what work was completed in the session, including the warm-up and any meetings. Outline the task. This should only be a few sentences, no more. Discuss how you used any source material, e.g. script, image, mask, issue or piece of music. Today's lesson is the week before our tech week and the week before our first performance. Today we were ironing out any creases that we had, sorting out any bits of set that we needed painting, and also looking at things with costume. In today's lesson we didn't manage to get all of the set painted, and so a few of us had to come in on different days during the week to get that finished. Some bits of costume and props were not yet brought in, so we again had to bring them in at different times in the week. We were also looking at sound cues and lighting cues and just making sure that the performance as a whole ran smoothly, ready for tech week and ready for the performances. Question 2. Discuss what progress you made, how you felt, how the work was developed or how it moved forward. What new work or new ideas were created or developed? How are you interpreting your roles and the scenes, skills and acting techniques used? We made quite a few changes in today's lesson. The jellyfish scene was changed around quite a bit. We all added our ideas into how we could change that to make it flow a lot more smoothly. One of the songs was cut because we didn't feel it ran smoothly in our performance and we didn't feel it worked, and so we did cut that scene. We were all feeling quite stressed in this session because there were a few elements that were still yet not organised that we needed to work on, but I feel that throughout the whole day we made a lot of progress when it comes to the smooth running of the performance. In the morning we felt like the performance wasn't going very well, but by the afternoon we felt like we'd made a lot of progress, especially with cutting scenes to make them more funny and taking scenes out to make it run a lot smoother and working on scenes that we were unsure of. Question 3. What was the effect of what you did? So in today's lesson I was setting up the props table. This helped us be able to get into performing as soon as we could, so it went with the flow of the day so that we could get on to performing. Some of my ideas were added in to the comedy to make it more funny. For example, on the Sultan scene I suggested that Chris add in a line to make it more comical for the audience, which was successful, as our tutors did approve of the idea and did laugh and think that it worked really well with our performance. Question 4. Evaluate how effective the work completed was and say why it worked well. Today was quite a stressful day, but the work that we got done was effective. We were smashing it out from 9 in the morning till 4:30, just going over things, going over scenes that we'd not been over as much as others, adding things in, taking things out, which worked really well. We got a lot of work done. We found that getting up and trying new things out worked a lot better than sitting around and talking about things. I think we've spent a lot of time in the past sitting and discussing ideas as opposed to getting up and doing them, which is why things have become slightly unorganised or less organised than we hope. But I definitely think getting up and doing it helped us a lot. Question 5. Discuss strengths and weaknesses. Strengths, motivation. Last week this was a weakness for me, but this week I was getting up straight away and cracking on with all the work from the very beginning, helping with set, helping with props, so I feel my motivation's been good this week. And focus. I've definitely stayed focused in today's session. I've been coming in breaks and lunch times, getting everything sorted and making sure everything is as best as it can be. Weaknesses, stress. I've definitely been getting myself quite stressed in today's session. And so I think this is something that I should probably work on, getting less stressed and staying more organised. Question 6. Discuss the level of professionalism from yourself and the group. How suitable is the work at this stage for a public audience? Although it's only a week before the show, I do think we need a proper tech run before we're ready to perform to an audience. I think there are still some bits that could be a lot smoother, that could be worked on a tiny bit more. I think a tech run is necessary before our performance is ready for an audience. But the professionalism for everyone today has been really good. We've all been working really hard and working as a team to get a lot done. Question 7. What do you personally need to improve on? Think about attitude and skill. Listen and respond to your feedback. Use correct terminology for movement, vocal characterisation and stage techniques. My costume wasn't right. The costume that I'd picked wasn't right for my character. So in this session, me and my tutor found a different costume. The theme of my character was an 80s style theme. And I found a costume that was a lot better for this theme and helped me to bring out the character more than the original costume that I had. And so I feel I needed to improve on that, which I was able to. But as for my character, I just feel I needed to have that changing costume to really bring out my character as much as possible. So the feedback from my tutor was to change my costume. Something else I need to improve on is my stress. I definitely got stressed in this session and I need to learn to relax and not stress out as much. Discuss how your character has developed. Talk about vocals, your physicality and general characterisation. With changing the costume, I feel like that helped my character to develop a lot. Just having the 80s style costume on gave me the motivation to add in little bits of dancing and little references. So that in itself has definitely helped me to develop my character. Question 9. What performance techniques have you used during the rehearsal progress? What was the result of this? Again, audience interaction. Since I learnt my lines and have been grasping my character more and more, I've been adding in little bits here and there that go with my character. So little jokes here and there, like talking to the teachers is one, and pretending that I'm on the same age level as the teachers, like I was living in the 80s. Question 10. Briefly discuss what needs to happen next lesson or what you need to remember to do. Bring or complete for next session. Always do this in the form of an action plan. Please don't write, gain more confidence or learn my lines. Be specific and pinpoint exactly what you need to do and why. When and how will you do it between sessions? I feel I need to go away and go over my choreography for my dance, just because I've not quite got as much audience interaction in it as I'd like. I feel like I'm just prancing around the stage more than I should. I'm going to look at certain points in the song where I could maybe go into the audience and interact with teachers and students and see how that works.